What is up, everybody? What's going on? Quickly change the banner. I forgot to do that. As I'm doing that, what's going on to everybody in the chat? Hello. It is Tuesday night. There you go. That'll blind you. That'll teach you. Yeah. What's up to Black Cat saying Python 3 M? I'm not sure what that is. M Van Voter. Yeah, I don't know where Zach is, but we're gonna talk about the new books coming out this week, and I purposely chose some books that I know that are probably not going to be on Zach's and Breen's list. With a few of them might. So, because
cut it out.
The wires again.
Yes.
As soon as do you know what I think it is? I think it's a game to her.
It is. It's attention. Cats don't know the difference between, if you're not beating on them, they don't know the difference between, good. Yeah, I'm excited. I just nudge her out of the way. I'm nice about it.
Because I'm thinking, like, it's only when you decide.
Right. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any wires when I come home.
But she does she ignore you when you're not on camera?
No, just she doesn't.
Wow, she's just jealous.
She'll come over whenever she comes over here,
or maybe
where the wires are. She'll eventually go after him.
I'm also thinking maybe
it's not my fault. I was in a room. I was in a StreamYard link waiting for 20 minutes. I was there. He just had the wrong one up.
Well, I hadn't posted yet. If you looked at the date when I posted that one, you would have noticed.
You post links early, like all the time, though.
It's not. I didn't.
Yeah. I was here, though. I was on time. Just in the wrong room.
That's okay. Anyway, before you interrupt their conversation, I think Coco Coco, I think the real reason why she plays the wire is because she's trying to sleep and you want to talk. That's why she goes to the wires.
That's why she sleeps in every room of the house.
Yep. Well, she has to. It's to make sure that it's lived in or slept in. But yes, about Puppeteen's getting defensive in sports ball. Let's talk about comics. Did you see? I replied back to you, Zach. I replied back to you in sports ball about the whole Jay comment as Lex Luthor because you're doing a whole Superman thing. So Jay went to go.
No, if you spoil it, I swear to God,
no.
I'm serious.
Listen, Jay went to go watch Superman. So
I know.
I think so. Explain it to the chat here, too. Everybody in the audience. So our friend Jay went to go see it, and in our little Twitter group though, Zach's like, if you spoil this, I will go on a rampage. So I replied and I said spoil away, and I posted the Kevin Spacey Lex Luthor gif. Professor Pixel, aka Palpatine, thought I was being legit serious and got a little angry.
I mean, to be fair, it does sound like something you would say in all seriousness.
He's like, just because you're not excited to see the movie, you have to ruin it for the rest of us. Now I will because you're encouraging me now. I wasn't going to. I'm not going to see the movie.
I will leave if you do, though.
There's no way we spoil the movie if I'm not going to watch it until it hits DVD.
You're going to stream it. You're going to pirate it. We all know you're going to pirate it.
Well, yeah, once it hits HD copy, but that'll be like a month from then. So honestly, if you waste a whole month on to go see it, was the whole world supposed to wait for you? No, I'm not going to spoil it right away.
You can be polite and not spoil it. I mean, you can talk about it just in a non-spoiler.
Zach,
People do reviews all the time.
Zach, I just reviewed Heavenly Bodies over on the Extreme Movie Show. Don't go watch it. I know you even watch it. It came out in 1984, but I wanted to give you a chance to watch it. All right. Let's get in the comic books. Obviously, someone's rattled about a movie, and they just don't stay offline. I'm going to tell you right now, stay offline. If you're worried about spoilers, because I'm not going to spoil it, you're going to see it in Twitter feed. So, and what Zach's hot takes? That sounds like. Are you trying to promote Hot Pockets?
No, but because I have hot takes all the time, it just seemed like it made sense.
All right. Sounds like a new segment. Zach's hot takes.
Yeah.
Do some music, get your music playing for you, do it, and put you in a hot pocket box.
I was doing the Zach on Comics thing for a bit because Ash isn't using it anymore.
Well, why don't you do go Comics Matter with Zach?
I'd sooner listen to Jay spoil something.
Spoiler: Superman wins. So
Dadgummit, Kevin! Shoot! I'm so mad now.
Hey.
I'm going to drink my coffee in a temper tantrum. Not really.
Whatever.
I got this really nice new coffee cup that came in today. It's got like gold inlay on it. It's real nice.
Was it a horse?
Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings. It's the country that has the horses.
My pretty Pegasus.
Uncultured.
Yeah. You should have got one of those jogging ones and it has Lord of the Rings on it, because that actually, will make you want to watch the movie while you're going for a jog. Imagine walking for 3 hours while you're watching the movie. That was a great jog you got. But anyway, share my screen. We'll get this going here. As I was saying before you jumped in here, I actually got my picks for the night are going to be totally different from yours and Brian's.
It's a weird week. It's a very weird week.
I went for books that I know that you guys are not pulling.
Hey, here's Yellow Flash. Superman was great. Nothing woke, and the immigrant thing is BS. It's a fun comic book movie, and unapologetically so. Then he follows us. Next time, don't get in your own way and say so much dumb shit.
I mean, that's fair. That's a fair.
It's another example of trying to appease the unappeasable.
Grace Randolph
should try to get woke people to watch it, and
Grace Randolph, who's basically unappeasable.
I forgot about her until today.
She came out and said it was a good movie. It was okay movie, and then it became great as soon as James Gunn got out of his own way and let the movie just take off. So I don't know. Like I said, hopefully it's good. My movie will always be Superman with Christopher Reeve. That's my favorite.
Well, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't make any more.
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just saying
you shouldn't like any more of them because of that. I'm still waiting for a Batman to be better than Batman '89 to me, but I was gonna say I keep going back and I realize, oh wait a second, I haven't seen the last one.
Hey, and that's not. But you're misconstruing what I'm saying. It's saying that I like this. I like the Christopher Reeve one. To me, a lot of them have fallen short. I like the look of Henry Cavill, and they give him a lighter suit and like a better strip story. I'll actually let him do. He wanted to do the Silver Age. He wanted to do the Christopher Reeve kind of inspiring superhero like they're doing now, but they wouldn't let him. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge Marvel, DC kind of superhero fan. As far as it comes to movies, I'd rather read the comics. But I'm more
than that. That's what we're here to talk about.
Yes. All right. Since Zach's in a really hurrying mood, he wants to get this done so he can get to the cover ranking. I'm going to start.
I actually was planning to be there tonight anyway, before I saw what the subject matter was. And then I saw the subject matter, and I was like, well, I definitely want to be there tonight now.
What is the cover ranking for tonight?
Sensational She-Hulk.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Which one? The dance slot?
I don't think so.
No, that wasn't sensational.
I didn't think it was.
Wasn't that something else?
That was just She-Hulk.
Just She-Hulk? Okay.
Yeah. So my number 5.
I thought he had sensational in his.
My number 5 for me. I'll have to scroll down. Pretty far. Is Robert Kirkman's new one, Planet Death.
Is this the tribal guy? The David Finch one?
This is not Robert Kirkman. Sorry, Robert Venditti.
Oh, okay.
48-page first issue of the record-breaking series premieres in high-end deluxe prestige format for the minds of blockbuster screenwriter Derek Kolstad, creator and writer of the box office dominating motion picture franchise John Wick, and Robert Venditti, along with Thomas Giorello, who worked on Star Wars and Conan, and 10-time Eisner Award winner David Stewart from Star Wars, Hellboy, comes this new sci-fi epic. Millions of miles at home, hundreds of ships descend into the stormy atmosphere of a hostile frozen world. On board, an army of resolute men and women brace for the coming assault. They are the invasion force on an impossible mission: destroy the devastating enemy weapon garrison below. Corporal Scott and his battalion are in the vanguard, but the human forces are no match for the brutal alien adversaries. Scott's battalion is dead within moments. He is its lone survivor. The landing force annihilated. The battle's lost. Against overwhelming odds, Scott dares the unthinkable. Cross behind enemy lines, survive lethal landscape, evade capture by ruthless enemies, resist natural predators, face human deserters, and finish the mission single-handedly. Locked in his suit in a full combat battle armor, sustained only by what he can carry and driven by Earth's wrath, Scott must do by himself what an entire army could not: destroy the weapon and return home. 64
It sounds like Doom Guy.
64 pages. Well, you know what? It actually sounds more like Warhammer.
I mean, Warhammer, Doom Guy, any of those sci-fi where it's like a big beefy guy in armor. It sounds like all of them. Yeah.
Helldivers without the bugs.
Helldivers, yeah. I mean, any of them. Gears of War, Halo.
So, is this through Bad Idea Comics?
Yeah.
So hopefully it shows up.
That's almost all Venditti does these days, unfortunately.
64 pages for $6. Cardstock cover.
Do you get Bad Idea Comics at your shop?
Sometimes we do.
Because mine, I thought they only went to like a certain, like the shop had to be on a mailing list for them. No, there are no shops in Louisiana that get Bad Idea Comics. So if you get them, I mean, props to your LCS.
I think it all depends on the LCS. If the LCS is actually going to put the effort into buying them.
Yeah.
Some LCSs just don't refuse to buy them. I don't know why it is. They just don't want to do it. They spend probably because they spend all their money on the new books for Marvel, which they don't sell.
No, it's when you have to jump through. Nothing sells well enough in 2025.
Yeah.
That you should make people jump through hoops for.
Yeah.
And the amount of time that you spend dealing with them, as far as like what your time is worth, you may not make it back by what you sell of them.
Yeah. Francis
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
And hopefully cool. Bad Idea has changed their policy, especially now with all the problems with distribution.
Yeah.
No one should have to jump through any additional hoops to get anybody's comics.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that you would want to get it out in front of as many people as possible.
There you go. Look at the mech suits.
Because the idea is, the harder you have to work something, the more you're going to want it. Or you're just going to say, now let's get the thing that would have been there next to it.
Right.
J. Lee variants. Yeah. That's a Walt Simonson variant, actually, right here. This is Walt. I don't know, 100 or 1 in 100. Walt Simonson.
Simonson.
Yeah. Or Simonson. Chris Pachalo, fellow variant.
Ooh, I do like Pachalo.
Or Bacalo, wherever he was.
Piccolo? No, that's Dragon Ball.
I said Bacalo. So, third icon.
Oh, man.
Here's my
Wild World of Sports tonight.
Brian Bayo had a shutout going into the 9th. He just served up a 2-run meatball.
Yeah.
Good thing they're only up 8.
And Dungeon Crawler saying that they're going everywhere now. They're not this week exclusive limited. And here's the thing, because with the whole Diamond thing, that's the best thing for them to do is go through other ones, because Diamond is pretty much dead at this point. And also Diamond's actually holding on to people's books. I noticed that and selling them apparently.
Yeah, I think my shop had a few Diamond. There was something going on with a handful of books.
People were getting empty boxes with no books in them. And then they charge you and say, like, oh, we shipped them. Like, no, you didn't. You shipped a box. And then they only give you one book, 20 copies of one book. It's like FBI or actually, no, actually, honestly, I would normally say, like, yeah, FBI can look at this, but FBI can't even find the Epstein files. So someone needs to look into this.
I mean, that's a whole different stream conversation. I'm not prepared for it. I do not have my notes together for that one.
All right. But that is my number 5 this week, Planet Death from Bad Idea, Robert Venditti. Robert Venditti, another great Superman writer. So hopefully he gets
Superman, Green Lantern, Hawkman. He should just be on a Justice League book.
Come on. They're going to load up.
He did do an arc for Justice League.
He did do. You're right. He did. Right after Scott Snyder ended.
And then they followed him up with Cy Spurrier.
Yeah. Who was ultimately followed up by Brian Michael Bendis.
Just waiting for my page to load.
Yeah, that little season of Justice League was not fun.
Right.
Brian Stam is here, saying good evening, everyone. Good evening, Brian.
There it goes. What's up, Brian? FC did not kill himself. Yes, he did not. Oh, there's a minute missing from the footage. There's always like that. It's like, I'm sure.
I will be seeing it, MK, but not until Friday, probably.
All right, Mr. Brindle, where are we going?
We were just there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
That was your number 5.
Yeah, I heard about it last week, actually. Or I would have blipped right, or I wouldn't have even clicked on to see what it was about. And I figure Venditti, give it a shot. It's, it says 64 pages, but it's 48 pages of story.
Yeah.
But it's $6 with a cardstock cover, so that's not a bad deal in 2025. So
yeah,
we'll give that a shot.
And this is him writing it by himself. He's not co-writing. The last one he did.
No, he is. It's co-writing with the guy that did John Wick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He just read it.
I'm thinking of the X because
But
the last one he did was very horrible with the girls.
But this might be this other guy might be writing the same way Keanu Reeves wrote, and damn well that was 99%. What's the guy's name that is actually a really good writer? I'm blanking on his name.
You're thinking of
did a ton of Valiant stuff.
Berserker, Matt Kent.
Matt Kent, thank you.
Yeah,
I could not think of that name.
Yeah, Berserker. Good book. Hopefully it's in that way. It goes the same direction because the last one he co-wrote, Robert Venditti co-wrote, was horrendous. So
I don't recall what that was, so I don't know.
Zach will look it up for you. Just look at Robert Venditti.
What's that?
Robert Venditti's last book series that he did.
Wasn't it that dinosaur book he did for Bad Idea? Because I remember I had Skip sending me copies of that one.
It wasn't The Bad Idea. It was another book he did. It's a miniseries.
Survive from Bad. Oh no, that comes out in August.
It was a 6-issue miniseries with these girls who basically were trying to survive, and they're being torn apart by giant wolves, mutated wolves. They're trying to get this bomb. It was like something's. It wasn't.
Oh, I do remember that. Oh,
I reviewed it, and it was like it was just shit.
What was it called?
Blood. It wasn't Blood 7. It was like something. Anyway,
I'll find it.
But Zach, what is your number 5?
My number 5, Savage Squad 7.
That's what it was, and that was horrendous. It looked like Robert Venditti just put his name on it. That's it. He didn't write anything.
My number 5 is. Do I have it on my pull? Yeah, I do. Okay. My number 5 is something brand new to me. I have not read anything that precedes this book. It is a mini series, so I'm breaking my cardinal rule of comic books. DC has a new Gotham by Gaslight Elseworlds mini series coming out. A League for Justice.
That's the second part of a 12 issue.
Yes, I do know that.
Actually, it's the third part because the first one had 2 volumes.
No, there was 6 issues.
There was 12
issues. These are the next 6.
Yeah,
no, these are 7 through 12 coming up starting tomorrow.
Well, I guess it would be 7, but it is issue number 1.
Yeah,
I wish
like a second volume. Yeah,
I wish it were number 7.
There was one before that though, a volume before the previous one.
Yeah,
but it wasn't that. It's not. It wasn't this story.
Yeah, correct.
It was Batman Gotham by Gaslight though.
It was a Gotham by Gaslight. It had some other title.
Right, but this is the second. This is the second.
I know. Yeah. So I'm just saying this is technically.
So you might
part 3.
You may be a little lost there, Zach.
I might be. I'll catch up.
Yeah,
I'll find a way.
The Kryptonian Age is very so you're going to get the second part of the Kryptonian Age.
I'll be okay. I'll catch up somehow.
But we got Oliver Queen on here, or actually not Oliver Queen, but Alan's. Is that Alan Scott?
I think it is Oliver Queen.
Yeah, no, it's Alan Scott.
Are you sure? Because that looks very Errol Flynn-y.
Well, yeah, it's actually Alan Scott though.
Okay, well it's Alan Scott then. We got Alan Scott. We got a really steampunky looking cyborg, a giant looming Martian Manhunter in a hood, Wonder Woman, Superman looking like the Rocketeer, but it works. I'm kind of cool with it. Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm into steampunk stuff. I haven't read any of the previous Gotham by Gaslight. Like I said, I was trying to stay away from miniseries. So, but yeah, this looks like it could be really cool. And I know that you really liked the last one that they had. So,
because it was building into a Justice League, and I don't think we've had a Gotham by Gaslight Justice League before. So like I said, I love that stuff when you get a new Justice League.
Yeah,
and it's steampunk.
I like the steampunk. So yeah, we're gonna put this. This is gonna go on my number 5.
Cool. All right. Yeah. From the open plains of Midwest, the freezing Arctic, as they unravel the mystery of the alien artifacts of the Kryptonian Age. Yeah, 40 pages for $5.
$5.
And it's Andy Diggle, a guy who I always thought he was kind of like, okay. I watched Arrow, Andy Diggle was kind of not. And I was like, okay.
Nothing like that Andy Diggle.
And, and some people also said for Pudica, Andy Diggle was like, he was okay writer. So, but I read it, I was like, these are good.
Did you write Green Arrow for a bit during like Rebirth or something?
I think before that. I think it
is before, yeah.
252?
Maybe. Benjamin Percy wrote him in one of those, and then Andy Diggle did the other.
Andy Diggle created Felicity, I think. That was it. Felicity Smoke was his character.
Wow.
In the comics.
Doggone it, Andy Diggle.
I don't know. But anyway, my number 4. Maybe Breen and I won't have this same book again. Or number 4 be the same. Because I kind of went with Andy's this week around. Marvel swimsuit special. No.
Oh, you're not gonna pick up the swimsuit special?
No, I'm good. You gonna get Fire and Ice?
No, that's a totally different ballgame, though.
To me, it's the same. Where is it now? Did I pass it up? There it is. Wild Animals, number 1. Through Mad Cave's new book. This is Ed Brisson and Andy Coon. Neil's life has been falling apart ever since his father was killed by crooked cops. 15 years later, Neil's mother lays on her deathbed, and he's stuck in a dead-end job. He has nowhere to live, and no hope to speak of. Life keeps kicking Neil, and he keeps taking it, too. Too frightened to fight back. Until now, with this world crumbling around him, Neil finds himself backed in a corner with no choice but to make a stand and right the wrongs that have haunted him for years. Revenge is a dangerous path to walk, and the deeper Neil goes, the more he realizes that violence is all-consuming. For fans of gritty crime thrillers like Criminal and Parker, Brisson and Coon deliver a hard-hitting, high-stakes story that pulls no punches. So,
interesting.
Yep. So that's it for my number 5 or number 4. Brain, are we moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
My number 4 is Batman Dark Patterns, number 8.
Yeah, these have been fun for Batman stories. I didn't like these.
Yep.
Pareidolia. When you see things that aren't there, right? Am I playing anyone?
Parsadola?
What?
What are you talking about?
Pareidolia. I was talking about because it was like I forget that's the name it was.
Yeah, when you see things. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was trying to read on the tiny screen. There was something. One letter looked like another one. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. That word isn't there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Batman's vigilante investigation of the Red Hood gang killing in the Rookery puts him on a collision course with the unlikely culprits at the heart of the latest mystery, threatening to upend order in Gotham City.
Gotham City. That was for you, Zach.
I know.
I
felt it. I felt it in my heart.
You know what's also not there? The second girl. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 guys, 5 guys. Tutorial, you're a dude.
That is a dude.
Yeah.
That's who hired the dude to write Red Hood.
Yep. Not really a fan of the drawing of Batman's head on this cover here, but I do like the newspaper stuff.
I know it was Batman. The ears are too.
Yeah.
Well, that means DC has at least 4 trans dudes working for him, and Mags isn't one of them.
Oh, that's
I know, right? I noticed that. Yeah. So, all right, Zach, where are we going for your number 4?
Number 4. We got Image Comics, Skybound, Transformers, issue number 22. The clock is winding down on Daniel Warren Johnson's time there.
This is number 2 this week. I didn't have to go looking for it. It's right there. I love that.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of
publicity. But guess what though? When they had like the book of the week, the poll, it won't even be up there. It's always seems that way. Whenever they have you vote for your book of the week, like the book.
I don't know. I've seen Transformers. I've seen the Skybound books up there from time to time. It's not always the big 2. Every now and then an Image or something else will find its way up there.
All right. One shall stand, one will rise. There's no going back as the Autobots, Decepticons prepare to make their last stand.
I am not ready for a Transformers without Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge.
You know what though? Who's taking over?
I'm aware of who's taking over, and I'm freaking excited about who's taking over. But I have heard that Dan Mora is not going to be an ongoing, long term. I think he might only be there for a story arc, and then he'll be gone. Which kind of makes sense because he is very busy at DC. I hope that's not the case, but that's just kind of what I hear. But yeah, I mean, this has been phenomenal. I don't know even what do you even say about this series? Jorge Corona's art style is just fantastic. This cover, that cover is also really cool. I do like that one.
This is Jorge Corona's cover, B cover, which is better than Daniel Warren Johnson's A cover.
I love Daniel Warren Johnson's A cover though. The cover A looks great. What are you talking about? It looks fantastic. I think.
The cover has got going for the fact you got the U.S. soldiers on there. This looks badass. They're just going right through a town. It's like our city, destroying everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean they're cool for different reasons, I guess.
This is the villain's cover. I love it. Yeah, David Nakayama, 1 in 10.
Yeah, Nakayama does pretty good.
Ugh.
He's gonna eat him.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the cover, A cover. It looks too cartoony.
The soldiers don't look cartoony.
No, but I'm saying it clashes. That's what I don't like about it.
I guess I could see. I don't know. I still dig it. If I can find the other cover, I probably will go for that one.
It's like if you got Gary Frank with Geiger, and then you got Teen Titans Go, like the art, like this put in there.
Yeah,
it just kind of clashes a little bit. But if anything, this would just make a great light switch cover.
Light switch, oh my gosh.
Anyway, so yeah, that is your number 4 this week.
That is my number 4.
Alrighty then. My number 3 for this week. And hello to Summoner, and MKF 30. And the Jackson of the Roy Kirks. Yes, we give you the Roy Kirk on this channel.
No, Summoner. I think Jay is watching it tonight. I won't be seeing it for a few more days.
Yeah.
He's not going to watch it unless it's on his computer.
Dude, I watch all movies like that way, to be honest. It's me, it's much more entertaining than going to the theater, paying all that money, and then finding out that you wasted all your time and find out that movie sucks. There's been so many bad movies. Yeah. Plus, I like watching movies by myself, not with a bunch of people. All right. Number 3 for me is. I'm gonna scroll down for it. Is the Magic Order. Final issue, number 6.
Oh.
We've only been waiting like 6 months, probably. Final issue of the Magic Order as the entire saga concludes. This is everything we've been building towards. The death of Cordelia Moonstone. But when she goes in, there's no one to protect her or protect the world from the forces of darkness who want to consume us. Our most astonishing issue yet. It's good. I saw some people already were praising this issue. You know, Mark Miller was reposting it. Yeah, Cordelia is one of my favorite characters. I just love that hairstyle on like actual. She looks so feminine, and acts feminine. You know,
as feminine as one can look. Drinking booze out of a paper bag.
But listen to me though. She's not turning around and saying she's not gonna go scissor a girl. She's not a lesbian like you would get with Marvel. I'm surprised Jessica Jones isn't like scissoring it up with other girls.
Well, she's married.
That means nothing. Do you think they care about marriages? They break them up.
Yeah, but she's got a politically correct mate, so that's
true.
Because she threw away for Luke Cage, don't you?
Peter Parker.
Scott Lang.
Oh, Scott Lang, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I knew she went to high school with Pete. She had a crush on Peter Parker.
That was a weird dance slot issue or trip to high school. One of those two.
Bendis.
Ugh. But honestly, this has been fun. I'm missing seeing Dr. Silverage doing the lettering on this, but yeah. And Mateo.
Sorry, I said that looks like every other character on The Sopranos.
I know, right? Yeah. But honestly, this has been a fun series. I'm kind of sad to see an ending finally. And Breen, I know you came into buying these and you didn't read the first 3 or 4 times. Yeah,
I read the first 2 issues of the first series.
Yeah,
and then fell off. But
like the whole thing was that basically her character was destined. Her family was destined to die. That was their fate. And her and her brother for the longest time were trying to cheat death. Her brother dies. She's the last one, and she's trying to basically stay alive. You know, she was a child. She was a bastard of the family, a bastard child. You know, and basically the Magic Order is basically they're in charge of basically protecting all of humanity without them even knowing from all magical threats. Kind of like Just Like Dark, but they're better at hiding everything from everybody. So, yeah, final issue. This is my number 3 for me, and we'll go over to Brain's number 3.
My number 3 is Aquaman.
Aquaman versus Venom. Confrontation with Dagon looms as Aquaman and his band of fighters near the end of their quest, revealing a heartbreaking reality that will change Aquaman forever. That Mara is now betrothed to this man. Yeah. We'll find out. What's other covers here? Edwin Gaiman doing a cover here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the crown. Load. There he goes. I feel like they should just have a Trident commercial and these advertisements for Trident gum. You can do Aquaman. And then we got the Leslie Lyrics Lee variant with Dory. Oh.
That is the most feminine looking Aquaman I think I have ever seen.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I could see it.
It's not Peach Momoko enough.
I've never seen her do Aquaman. So
He's still got the facial hair.
Yeah, so. Look how much more badass he looks in this cover.
I don't know, man. The sharks look. Oh, he looks a little cartoony compared to the sharks in the background, but I still dig it.
Then there's the Mark Spears variant.
I don't know that I care for that. This is the alternate universe where Patrick Wilson was cast as Aquaman. That's what this is from.
I was going to say Aqualander.
Aqualander.
Oh, but Homelander, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Rutger Hauer is Aquaman. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So, anyway.
Aquaman with a shotgun.
I know, right?
I'd read that.
Great Rutger Hauer movie.
I like Blind Fury.
I've never seen that.
I watched
my favorite Rutger Hauer movie will always be Nighthawks.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Stallone.
Stallone and Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where in The Bionic Woman. Yeah. That's the only movie I've ever seen in a theater by myself. I was meeting somebody there. They stiffed me. I said, screw it. I'm going in. So I saw it 3 times in the theater. It's the most I've ever seen a movie in the theater, actually.
Huh.
Yeah. Do you know where sadly Rutger Hauer for me, what I remember them the most from, is True Blood.
I didn't know he was in that.
Yeah, he was actually the father of the main character, the Anna Paquin's character.
He was in the first Buffy movie too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was the bad guy. He was the vampire. And Pee Wee Herman was the guy who would die. Arg. The end. Awesome. Alrighty then. We're going to the Zach's.
You can don't touch that dial. Because Aquaman number 8 is, or not number 8, number 7 rather, is also my number 3 book of the week. Jeremy Adams. It's not our normal artist. It's that fill-in guy. It's not John Timms. It's Michael Shelfer, who's actually not bad. He's not a terrible fill-in artist, but I'm looking forward to reading this. He's got a nice little ensemble crew that Jeremy Adams has written in here. We're gonna get half of the Wonder Twins, which is a random pick, but I'm kind of here for it. So yeah, this has been phenomenal. I think everybody should be picking this up. There's no reason an Adams book should not be selling well on the shelves. So definitely go and pick it up if you're looking for some fun swashbuckling adventure stories.
All right. My number 2 is Superman Treasury, Hero for All. Gotta love me some Dan Jurgens. And Bruno, who we'll talk about. Legends collide as Amanda Steele goes up supersize for the Summer of Superman. In this all-new Treasury edition, quintessential? I don't know. Quintessential?
Quintessential. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a weird word. Superman writer Dan Jurgens pairs with the modern governor of sequential art, Bruno Redondo, to craft a larger-than-life story of power, tragedy, action, and above all, hope. When a vicious armada of extraterrestrial extremists launches an all-out invasion of planet Earth, only Superman can protect our borders and stand in the way of total annihilation. But there's something different about this hack. It's deadly from both without and from within. It's a tale of so titanic we had to tell it in Treasury size to celebrate Summer Superman in style. Feature images and info for the brand new Superman movie, plus a special photo cover variants, which I don't care because I want the Jan Jurgens cover like this. This looks great.
I didn't even look at that one because I saw Treasury and assumed it was reprints.
Nope, it's a brand new.
And there have been Redondos working at DC for like half a century.
Yeah, I know.
There's Nestor, and there's another one that
So you're saying
he's related to them.
You say the Redondos are the Samoans of wrestling?
No, but they're very good though. So there's no doubt this will be. I didn't really feel like having to spend a bunch more money either.
Scott. So this is the wraparound cover here for this one, cover C. Superman and all his friends.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
And then there's the poster cover variant. It's a.
You mean the one that's been on the back of every DC Comics issue for the last 4 months?
As Amy would say, it's a photograph.
It is a photograph. It's a very touched up photograph, but it is a photograph nonetheless.
I'm not a fan of this cover one. This is Bruno Ronaldo's got like cover A. I'm like, that's just too colory for me, cartoony.
I mean, that's kind of his style. He did that a lot with Nightwing too.
That's why I like this. I was like, dude, Jurgens and Brett Breeding's also helping out with the art on here too. So, and I love the floating heads.
I don't know any of these people. Who's that one? That one guy in the bottom right corner, not the guy with the flat top, but the older guy. He looks like Jeff Goldblum's dad from Independence Day. He looks like Judd Hirsch.
The big head?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it? Yeah. To me, it looks more like
it's not Perry White.
Scott C. Howell from Ebenezer Scrooge, Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, yeah, I don't know because I'm guessing because they said, what do they say here? Armada extra extremists launch and all that. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll find out. Hopefully it's not. It's 80 pages. It's $15. You know, it should be 100 pages, but I don't know how many pages are gonna be a photograph. So, but artist Bruno Redondo, Brett Breeding's doing the inking on here too. So, Kamal Kabinsky's back doing the editing. So we'll find out. So that is my number 2 for this week.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I think I would have put that in my top 5 had I paid attention, but my number 2 is the resumption of Gotham by Gaslight, which we've already done. So on to Zach, not McKinstry.
It's actually very. Wait, who is Zach McKinstry?
He's basically not the best player, but he's probably been the most valuable player for the best team in baseball this year. He's playing for the Tigers.
Okay.
He's just had a great year doing everything needed of him.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
Not an insult.
I wish I was McKinstry. I'd be able to afford a lot more comic books. And a house. That seems like it should be higher up on the priority list. So yeah, my number 2. I've been having a difficult time. Like, which one do I like above the other one? I'm going to subvert some expectations here tonight. My number 2 is going to be the number 1 book on the best-selling list right there. It's Absolute Superman number 9. One of, I think, the best of the Absolute line coming from DC right now.
Are they all Dr. Fates?
Certainly one of the best Jason Aaron books I've read. 9 issues in, he hasn't bored me yet like he did with Avengers. But, this has been phenomenal. I've been liking this a lot. The stuff about him and Krypton and everything has been great. I am looking forward to seeing him build more of a rapport on Earth and he's, fight Ra's al Ghul. This is going to be having the Omega Men, who were kind of introduced a few issues ago. Jimmy Olsen works for them. They're kind of like a resistance force against the Lazarus Corporation. It's kind of a weird twist on it, but I mean, that's what Absolute is. It's a weird twist on stuff. Rafa Sandoval doing the art, which has been great. This has been great. It's this, Batman, and Flash. If you need to know what Absolute books to pay attention to, I hear Wonder Woman is also really good. I haven't been getting Wonder Woman, but this has just been fantastic. I highly recommend this. So yeah, that is my number 2 for this week.
Cool. We'll keep that theme going. To get to my number 1, which I'll have to scroll down for eternity.
No, that's fine. Well, that depends on.
It's Supergirl, number 3.
Oh yeah, Supergirl.
A team up you never saw coming. I did not.
Neither did I.
Oh no! What is y'all's voice for Daredevil? Is it the same kind of like? Does every blind person have a heavy?
No. It's more like, oh wow.
It's Owen Wilson.
Oh, he's Owen Wilson. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay.
Okay, I want to point something out here. Okay, one of these two is trying at least.
It's true. One is putting a lot more effort in than the other.
Just saying.
One of these things isn't.
They all have that.
No, both of those are like the other, but they're trying to be the thing they're not.
And they all have that, insult to Veronica Lake, hair over one of the eyes.
Vicky Lake or whatever it is.
Yeah. Veronica Lake. She was a 40s and 40s movie star.
Oh, I'm thinking of
movies with Alan Ladd.
I'm thinking of Ricky Lake. No.
I'm just old enough to remember Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
Fat Ricky or Thin Ricky?
Fat.
Yeah, fat Ricky. Anyway, Tamara, just put a D in there and call it Bond villain. Wait, you already got a D in there.
Bond.
The D is silent. You don't know about it.
Tommy Bond villain.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cheeseburger and Comics?
616 online Carla Cohen connecting full cover variants.
That's actually really good. I like the face.
I don't know if it's based off the new actress.
No,
I don't think so. The new actress is attractive, but that's a different face.
Yeah. And then here is they're doing the.
That looks more like the actress. I think
that's just Perillo.
It's not bad.
These are all online through 616 Comics store, web store.
Not bad.
Here is Stanley Art Gem.
Art Germ?
Gem or Germ, whatever.
I think it's Germ.
Look at Streaky. Look at Streaky.
That cat looks... he's plotting some stuff.
Looks happy.
I don't know, man. A happy cat is a mischievous cat.
Cover C is a little bit more girly, cutesy thing.
More manga.
And then Joelle Jones.
Ooh. I miss Joelle Jones doing interiors. That looks a little rougher than her work usually. I mean, I guess...
The face looks a little bit different.
Her art, I mean, that just looks like really sketchy. It doesn't look polished up like I'm used to seeing her work.
Well, it's just probably whoever's doing the cloning for her.
Yeah, probably.
So, anyway. The team up you never saw coming. Tara, the daughter of Lex Luthor, Lena, have come together to battle a common enemy posing as Midvale's very own Supergirl. Will Lena's brains and Kara's brawn be a match for the superpowered super genius from Kandor? Yes, it's Supergirl versus Supergirl in a fight for the ages, plus the debut of Satan Girl. I'm wondering who Satan Girl is going to be. They don't list her. But they list Satan Girl as Kara Zor-El. Does that mean that Kara's going to dress up as Satan Girl?
Isn't this from...
An Elseworld?
No, I was going to say, wasn't there a story or something around Final Crisis where Supergirl, or maybe it was Mary Marvel, one of them went evil and started wearing like latex stuff and...
They did that early in the...
Adventures, yeah.
One of the Supergirl series. Because remember when Darkseid corrupted her when she first got back to Earth?
Yeah.
And they kind of did that a little bit in her own series.
So the version of Satan Girl is actually from Adventure Comics 313. They're actually going back. And then post Flashpoint, is out finally. So 1963, they're breaking characters.
I am actually rather shocked at the way the series is. I was listening to Casually Comics review the first issue or two.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised. All the golden and silver age.
Honestly, I like the fact that the two people we thought would be like right a level of Megafist Bartman, like this bullshit, are writing the best Supergirl we've had in a while. Yes, Tom King sucks at writing. and he ruined Supergirl. But these dudes, decided to basically, hey, we love the character. Let's bring the character back to being awesome again.
I think Sophie Campbell might have done an Archie versus Predator that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I know the TMNT was terrible, but yeah, I know that.
Is she the one that created Jenica?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. But hey, I said not only is this, it's obviously it's also my number one. It's my surprise of the year.
Yeah. If we had a category, the book that you thought that you weren't gonna like, but you'll end up loving the best.
Yeah,
that'd be it. Anybody reading Action Comics? Mark Waid came back on the book, writing a Superboy story.
I dropped Action Comics a while ago. I think I was reading it while they were still doing that Young Jonathan Kent story that Elizabeth Breitweiser was on, but after that I just dropped it.
I saw this is a part 2. This is basically Superboy.
Yeah. Are they still doing like the anthology thing, like 2 or 3 stories?
No. Are they?
Yeah, because then there'll be somebody else doing something completely different.
Well, no. I'm just saying, in one book, it's only one writer right now.
No, but that's an anthology. There's 2 ways to do anthology. It's either a larger format with a bunch of different stories, or when you rotate stories. Like, technically, Dark Patterns is would be an anthology, except for Dan Waters has done all of them so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
like
what I mean.
Legends of the Dark Knight was.
But I like this format though versus the other one. They have 3 writers.
Yeah, if it's just one story, I prefer that to having 3 different stories by 3 different creative teams.
So this is So Superboy did a disastrous debut in Metropolis previous issues, so the Kens are kind of worried about him and want to protect him. But they sent him to he's like, little do they know they're about to send him to one of the most terrifying places on the planet, Smallville High. So I don't know. Honestly, it's Mark Waid writing this. We're getting a Superboy story, and I
don't like. I'm done with the Silver Age Superman. Yeah, and Mark. Yeah, I mean, it's okay in World's Finest because he at least makes him semi cool. But the Clark Kent is more in line with what they're doing now. But I don't want to see where he pretends to be a sniveling teenager. Blah blah blah. I have no interest in this myself. Personally, I don't.
All right, Zach, I think it's your turn.
All right, my number 1. Going back to my favorite guy at DC right now, we have got Green Lantern Corps issue number 6 out this week.
Morgan, whatever his last name is, your favorite guy at DC right now?
Yeah, right.
Jeremy Adams is the top billing guy. He is the one who is the
He doesn't get top billing anymore, though. Oh, he's got it back.
He's had it, hasn't he?
I think they listed Morgan first a couple times.
I've only seen him.
I go by the cover. That's why I look at this.
I look at the League of Comics Geeks. They always say Adams first, then Morgan Hampton. But Mogo is back. Freaking love Mogo. Giant Green Lantern Death Star planet. I love it.
Yeah.
You've got every Green Lantern in this who is not Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner. So you've got.
Wes is happy.
Why is that?
Look at the 2 covers ago.
2 covers ago?
Yeah, where you literally get JoJo Mullen's fine ass.
Yeah.
That's a fun cover. I mean, if you want to cut up your cover and have like different pieces laying all over the place, it's fun, I guess.
There you go.
But
all they have to do is they have cupcakes in their hands, and it's good.
Fernando Passarin doing that cover A. You've got John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Jessica Cruz. You see Joe Mullen right there, who has actually not written super obnoxiously, as I guess she's been written in the past. Sinestro, you've got him being a Green Lantern again. in this issue, Sinestro, the Sinister Sons. I don't know if anybody else remembers that little spinoff that Tomasi had written before he left DC to go to Ghost Machine. He had the Sinister Sons, which was Sinestro and Zod's kids. They are going to be making an appearance in this. And Sinestro is going to like encounter them. So I don't know if he's going to like beat up his son or if his son's going to beat up him. I don't know. But yeah, Mogo here is in a volcanic. Obviously, he's about to like implode or something. I don't know that that'll happen. It'd be really sad if it does, because like I said, I love Mogo. The whole concept of a planet with a well is really cool. But yeah, Green Lantern Corps. This has been some of the most fun at DC right now. It's literally, to me, it's like reliving the Tomasi era of Green Lantern Corps. So it's just a blast. Definitely worth checking out. Again, Jeremy Adams is writing. The artist on this one is not Fernando Passarin. Fernando is doing the cover, but he's not the interior artist on this one. I think they've kind of been changing it up with the interior artists every now and then. But yeah, this has just been a lot of fun. So and it kind of goes along with the Hal Jordan Green Lantern, but not so much as like, okay, I can just read this in Hal Jordan. It's got some different stuff. So that is my number one for the week.
Well, you're talking about JoJo Mullins is written well in this. Writers that leave their activism at the door or don't have any to begin with tend to write these characters better. I mean, everyone said it.
It's true.
There really aren't any bad characters. There's just bad writers.
It's true.
I mean, and by and large, that's true. I've had no problem with the way they've written her. Hell, I even don't mind Teen Lantern in this.
Teen Lantern was, I thought, the last little story arc they had. I thought Teen Lantern with Simon Baz. I thought that was a neat little team up there.
But when you put activism first,
yeah,
and check boxes with characters, you find that once you get done doing that, you've left no room to make the character compelling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a trap that a lot of, like I said, activist writers fall into.
So I would rather see a team up of Jessica Cruz and Guy Gardner butting heads.
It'll probably happen.
But
I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
Whenever I see, and then this is Under Fire, it says Mogo Under Fire, my 90s brain goes back to the TV show called Grace Under Fire, which you probably have never heard of, Zach.
It sounds familiar.
Brett Butler, and that was the first show that the Sprouse brothers were on.
A friend of mine had a walk-on part in that.
Dave Thomas is on it too. It was actually a really good show. I watched it back in the day, 1993.
So this week we've also got Blood Type that didn't make any of our list, but I'm sure it's on two of our poll lists.
Yep.
Green Lantern Corps is on mine.
Yep.
Magic Order's on mine.
I've got Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah.
Nobody else has that. I just feel
I can't bring myself to read in continuity Marvel. They brought George Stacy back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Marvel in continuity is dead.
That was Stephanie Phillips brought it back.
Yeah.
Was it Stephanie Phillips? Really? That does not surprise.
And that's my point. I said, okay, you've brought Gwen back. You've brought George Stacy back. You know Uncle Ben's coming back. Then what was Peter's motivation to never be a hero?
So here's the thing, though.
Taking it all away.
Apparently, they brought back. There's still two Gwens in the 616 universe. I guess Ghost Spider Gwen is going under a different name.
What'll happen is the same thing that happened when they made Sam Wilson Captain America the first time, and I'm sure it will happen again, even though he's Captain America right now. Everything reverts back to the status quo.
They're trying.
At some point in the future, they're gonna kill George Stacy or Gwen Stacy again and act like it's the whole big
here's
thing.
the thing. Stephanie Phillips really wants to make She wanted to make Spider Gwen the next Miles Morales, and that they basically they brought her from her world, her alternate world, and permanently made her a part of the 616 universe. Mm-hmm. That was the whole thing with that crap. Anyway, anybody getting her? Speaking of crap, anybody getting her Humberto Ramos?
I am sorely tempted to, because I do like Humberto Ramos's art. Also, he says the Thing is going to fight a dinosaur, and y'all know I love dinosaurs and the Thing. So I'm sorely tempted to. We'll find out.
Where did I go wrong?
We'll find out. I like Humberto Ramos. Just sue me.
Where do you want me to begin?
Why?
I don't know. Something about it. It's almost got like a shonen manga look to it. I like it. I don't know. I've read other books that he's drawn. I can't.
He's a walking foot fetish.
What is he drawn that I've read?
All right. Roxanne Comics is at it again when they released their own unauthorized swimsuit special. Wasp was in a case sees the opportunity for Marvel heroes to do their own swimwear fashion shoot all over the world, but fear not. True believers, we know what you're really here for. Gay Captain Americas. I'm just kidding. They supersized special feature splash page after splash page of gorgeous art, but with a story you can pretend you're reading it for the articles. It's gonna be a bunch of dudes.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at the covers. It doesn't look like they're advertising. It looks like they're equal opportunity advertising.
Looks like Steve and Black Widow, or is this? And then
that's Black Widow on Steve's shoulders, and that's Black Panther on Carol's.
Really? Oh, yeah. Now you see, yeah. All right.
I may have looked at these covers.
Black Panther does not look like Black Panther. It looks like
he's supposed to look like.
It looks like he just walked out the Jeffersons.
No, he's okay. I'll answer. He's a little light in the arms.
He kind of is. He
looks
a little light.
He looks like
that's the nicest they've drawn Carol Danvers.
You know what he looks like?
Marvel.
It looks like Marvin Gaye. With the beard and everything.
You couldn't pick Marvin Gaye out of a lineup of one.
Yes.
That's the best Johnny's looked in a while.
He has a mustache, that's why.
No mustache?
And he's like, excuse me, lady, do you know where the nearest plug is? I'm already.
Yeah.
That Scarlet Witch looks pretty good, too, honestly.
Rachel Summers. Or no, what's her mother? Jean.
That's Jean. Yeah, Jean and Cyclops.
Jean and Dude Bro Cyclops.
Going, quiet, Jean.
That's the best Cyclops has ever looked like. He looks more like Gambit with the shorter hair.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
That doesn't look like Emma. That looks too young. She looks like one of the Stepford Cuckoo kids.
Could be. There's
there she is.
Mary Jane.
Wait a second. That doesn't look like Paul's costume.
No.
Oh no! Did you see the page from?
Oh look, there's a good goblin up there.
The newest Amazing Spider-Man. I think it was Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Where Peter Parker's like, in all these other universes and timelines, I'm with Mary Jane in all of them. It's like, dude, somebody at Marvel. I don't know if it's Al Ewing or Joe Casey or if it's a team-up effort, but they're kind of keeping editorial on their toes.
J. Scott Campbell, one of his 4 covers he did. So
J. Scott Campbell. Look, Elektra even got in there. How about that? Another one. Another one.
Magic.
Another one. J. Scott Campbell, he got paid. He said swimsuit issue? Hold my beer.
Yep. Mary Jane.
That was very nice.
And the white t-shirt. No,
I like the freckles. The freckle placement is good.
Yep. 11 of 20.
Dogs! Campbell, calm down. What's this, 5 covers by him?
4, I think.
4? Well, this would be the 5th one, huh? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
That was okay.
It's a photograph.
No. Is that Greg Land?
No.
Oh, Greg Horn. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Greg, and I was like, wait a second. Ooh. She-Hulk looks good. I see we're still trying to give Colossus the facial hair.
Mark Brooks.
Mark Brooks has actually had this. He did this piece a while ago.
I know. That's what I mean. They're just pulling it out of the...
That's a great piece, though.
Here's the normal version of this one. Cover, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They got Virgin covers and then trade dress covers.
It's supposed to be Peter Parker on the left? What the heck?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks kind of old, man.
He's got the webs.
Is this a 70s TV action star? It looks old.
It looks like it.
Major Terry Dodson. The last final cover.
Oh, nice.
With dude, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's Black Panther again.
Yeah, could be, yeah. Or it's War Machine. It's
yeah, but I don't know. War Machine would have leopard print.
Wait, do you think this might be War Machine?
No. Look at the necklace he's wearing. I don't think that'd be War Machine. Also, War Machine would be wearing tags, wouldn't he? He's a military guy.
Either way, it's 40 pages.
How many pages?
Trades.
Yeah. Trinity is coming out number 2. Katie Pride number
Trinity.
4. Hello Darkness, still going. Oh.
Hi, old friend.
Predator Black, White, and Road Blood. Another Savage sort of Conan magazine coming out. Gotham City Sirens.
Not going back for number 2. Sorry, number 1 was not good.
Jeff.
It's Jeff.
Hang on.
Marvel Rivals made sure we were never going to forget about the character.
Did you see this abomination here?
Which one?
Archie meets Jane Silent Bob. Kevin Smith's writing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It would be Kevin Smith writing.
Of course. Well, he's not. Who's going to else write Jane Silent Bob? It has to be him.
I mean, Archie does normally have good crossovers, don't they?
All right. It says, Snoochie Boochies, Archie fans. Yes, you read that right. Acclaimed writer, director, producer, and plothead. Kevin Smith takes you teens, and love from Riverdale and butchers them. And right. What's supposed to be a summer job at a quick stop where Archie Andrews turns into so much more. They're supposed to be off today. A day off. From a budding friendship with a coworker, Randall Graves, crashing a Pussycats concert, where you can't apparently put on your title for a StreamYard if you're streaming to Twitch.
Yeah, it's a little iffy.
Yeah. It's the name of a cat. Whatever. Anyway, potential new love interest, Jane Silent Bob being, Jane Silent Bob, a musical number that will be burned to your brain forever. Cyborg has the best musical number. I don't care what they say. When they go, Teen Titans Go to Camp, check it out. We read it. Plus, Jane Silent Bob could be able to help Archie to finally choose between Betty and Veronica. Snoogans, featuring legendary artist Fernando Ruiz and Rich Kozlowski. This is a double-sized can't miss for mature audiences, unlike everything we've done before.
Is there any interior art available to see if it's like cartoony style or
no preview? They have the previews for some of them, but I don't.
Well, Fernando Ruiz is doing the interior here. That's him. He's doing the interior.
That's so it is that cartoony art.
Yeah, I'm not paying $8 for cartoony art.
But here, this one. That looks so much better, and that it is. That's San Francisco.
Francavilla.
Yep. This actually looks a lot better. If you're going for mature, go for mature. Don't just draw a normal Archie, because I don't want to see mature Archie. It's like, to me, it's giving an R-rated plot for an Archie book.
I mean, what did the Archie Predator or Archie Punisher, like any of those?
Okay, Archie and Predator. There were 2 parts.
Uh-huh.
One was done in the cartoony style, which made the eviscerations look weird.
Okay.
Yep.
And the other one was done with the regular art style.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or done with like regular comic book art.
Like,
gotcha.
My thing, if you're gonna mature and you're gonna make it drawn like a kid's book, that's disgusting. Sorry. Because are you aiming for kids?
I hope not. If it's a mature book,
this actually looks
that one looks good. I would, with actual interior art, I would buy that for that cover.
And new comic book day, everything it says, yeah. Dear God, I just saw there's 55 covers.
Good Lord.
Trades.
Marvel Swimsuit gets 19. Jay and Silent Bob on Archie, 50.
Because I'm going to probably be black and white, probably.
Maybe.
There you go. Jimmy
That's
Tyndall.
a choice.
That's Batman 423.
It's Bluntman. Remember Bluntman and Chronic? They're supposed to be like Batman and Robin. Yep.
Not to be blunt, Arch. I see what they did there.
Yeah. Ugh. Looks like Mitch Gerard there with the beard. It's like
a little bit.
Chip Zdarsky, or is that James Gunn?
Looks like Pixel there on the far right without his glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like 55 covers. I'm gonna show you, Brad. Yeah. Look at this. Go scrolls all the way down. Jeez. This one looks kind of cool. I like this one. Is it his original format and everything? So
yeah, those are that one's fairly cool also.
And it looks worn too. It looks like I love that. I love the worn stuff. Anyway, let's go. We'll quickly go through the rest of these, and then we'll get to the trade. That is 4. Number 7's going out. Ooh, facsimile. Cool. Blood Squad 7, number 9. That's still going.
Yeah.
Darkstalkers, X Street Fighter. Bloodthorn, brother number 1. Tim Seeley's writing that.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just the variant. I love this. The white man putting on the Black Panther costume. That's
part of me really wants to, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. So Witchblade, FX will be coming out this week too as well. Original.
Interesting.
I own the compendium for it, so I'll have to get it. There you go. Here's Jumbo Comics coming with Betty and Veronica. So classic X-Men.
Nice.
Anyway, let's get into trades. This week, Batman and Robin Volume 1, Memento trade. Hope Kennedy Johnson. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, this is the last run in part 2. Or round 2. Fight. Psylocke Volume 1. This is Alyssa Wong. And for those who want to get the last season Lex Luthor hardcover, all collected, there you go. Justice Society of America. Gardner Fox.
Gardner Fox.
Yep.
My one beef with that, no Jay Garrick. At least on the cover.
We don't need him. We got Hawkman left.
It's the Flash. The first Flash.
Supergirl 52 on this is coming out this week. Flex Metallo, Grant Morrison and Frank Wiley.
Oh, Summoner's picking up the JSA. Nice.
David Michelini and Mark Bagley on this Volume 2 of Starman.
Nice.
Then we have X-Men Onslaught Aftermath onto this. Steve Dempsey, direct market variant though. That's cool. I'll get cover. Space Foes Volume 2 of the Console of Doom. Star Wars Ewoks trade. Then we have Micronauts coming out this week. Bad Idea Comics because there's the trio trade. Hero for sale. And Meat Eaters. They're Ani.
Oh, I was thinking the other day about wanting a collection of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes. Well, there you go. Volume 1
There you go.
hardcover.
Right
$100.
Yeah.
$100. It's all yours. Spider-Man Kazuna Volume 1 trade. New manga coming out this week.
Interesting.
I decided to leave everything in here. I didn't filter it out like I normally do because sometimes people want to see manga.
Yeah.
Won't do it all the time. But a DC Classics. Neil Adams Classic DC Artist Edition. It's called this week. Here's two different hardcovers. Hercules. We collected from Dynamite.
Interesting.
Gotcha Man Volume 2. Zombie Tales Collection from Boom Studios. Never even heard of this. Cannibal Volume 6. Kirby Manga Mania and Nana Karal.
Kirby.
Yep. Yeah. So again, Yabia. So Case Closed as on, dude. They're still doing Case Closed mangas.
Dude, some of these, I mean, it's like Usagi Yojimbo. You just forget about it, and you come back, and they're still going.
It'd be like Yu Hakusho still going, writing mangas.
Yeah.
Some more other mangas coming out this week. Corpse Blade, Volume 3. For those who are, I remember that one. Never read it, though. Some more weird manga. Some gay manga. That's it for everybody.
There's a manga genre out there for literally for everybody.
Sixth Drive, Volume 1, My Listless Instructor. My New Life as a Cat, of course. Yeah. And X-Men in Spanish.
Ooh. That's an interesting way to learn Spanish.
Right? And that's it for this week. With that being said, head over to the Isle of Comics. But before you do, please hit that like button, click subscribe if you're still here, and leave a comment down below.
And ring that bell for notifications. Don't be like me and don't have that bell rung.
Don't get RDV cherry. What?
Don't get RDV cherry. You're not supposed to eat cherries, apparently.
I don't know. Apparently, my interior artist is one of my favorites, and I'm looking for this. Anyway. Alrighty then. So if you haven't done so, please do the clicking and the liking and all that fun stuff. Let us know down below. Give the comment section. Comment down after the stream's done. So it helps the algorithm, helps to share us out. We'll click. Thank you for Justin, Summoner. Cheeseburger and Comics. What's up, bro? We got Jackson, the White Kirks, Dungeon Crawler, Kevin, MKF30 or Mario Kart fan. You know,
Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
There's something else in there.
Probably. An Evil Black Cat, and I think that's it. I don't think anyone else popped in. Thank you for all being here. And go to I Love Comics. We're going to be ranking some sensational She-Hulk covers from John Byrne. And we're doing that in a couple minutes. See you there. Good night.
Good night, kids.
Later, everybody.
Laters.